How's it going, everybody? Welcome to this week's edition of Foodie Fitness Fridays. I'm sure a lot of you guys out there all personally know someone who eats whatever they want. You know, a lot of junk, ice cream, cheeseburgers, whatnot, but still they're really shredded and have really nice abs. So today we're going to go into the concept of how that's possible. The methodology behind all this is something called counting macros. Macros are short for macronutrients. But before we start counting macros, we need to understand the difference between macros and micros. Micronutrients are nutrients that our body needs in small dosages to keep us healthy, such as vitamins and minerals. Macronutrients pertain to the bulk of what we're eating and are subdivided into proteins, fats, and carbs. A lot of you guys may have heard the phrase, if it fits your macros, and you might not be sure what it means, but you see it next to pictures from like steak, salad, ice cream, whatnot. And basically this is a form of macro science that's also known as flexible dieting. And this allows you to simply count your carbs, your proteins, and your fats, and not really worry about whether or not you're eating clean or dirty, and you'll still be able to achieve the body that you want. So basically, if what you're eating fulfills your daily macronutrient needs, it fits your macros. But how do you count your macros?
There's a great website that'll help you calculate your macros, but in order to use it appropriately, you're gonna need to know your height, your weight, and your body fat percentage. So we're gonna go to www.iifym.com. And once you're in, you click on calculators, and then if it fits your macros calculator. As you can see in step 1, this is the fun part where you can enter your data. So female, let's just say, or pretend that I'm 21 years old, 5 feet 4 inches, and I'm gonna say that I weigh 140 pounds. Okay. And just beneath that, where it says formula, you can either choose whether or not you feel like you're a lean person or if you're overweight. So I'm gonna say I'm overweight and that I exercise about 3 times a week. And my current body fat percentage is, let's say, 20%. So I hit calculate and we move on to step 2. And in step 2, you're gonna see that you can choose your options here. This is where you can choose your goals. You can choose to have fat loss, maintain your body weight, weight gain, and if you're really pro at this, you can actually even customize your calories. So beneath the fat loss section, you can see that you have the options to go with the suggested diet plan, aggressive, or go reckless. Okay, so if you go a little more aggressive, that just means that your calorie deficit is a little less. So I'm gonna stick with suggested. In step 3, as you can see on the left side, you can choose whatever diet plan you want. Every single diet plan has their own breakdowns or percentage of fats, carbs, and proteins to take. It's pretty cool, even has an Atkins diet. But we're gonna go with the recommended if it fits your macros diet. You're gonna hit calculate, and boom. As you look at the very right column, my caloric intake per day should be about 1,718 calories. And the beautiful thing about this is that it breaks down the grams of carbs, protein, fat, and even fiber intake that I need to take for the day in order to reach my body goal. So this may all seem very overwhelming, but thankfully there are a lot of great apps out there that help you calculate your macros by simply inputting what you're eating.
So we're going to briefly talk about some of our favorite foods and the macro breakdowns. I'm a huge fan of Chipotle, and if you get a steak burrito, you're going to be eating 510 calories, 21 grams of fat, 40 grams of carbs, and 40.5 grams of protein.
So one of my favorite things to eat is cookies and cream ice cream. In just 1 cup, there's 260 calories, 14 grams of fat, 38 grams of carbs, and 4 grams of protein. So what if it doesn't fit your macros? Sometimes I eat 3 scoops of ice cream instead of 1. So in order to compensate for that, I would increase my exercise to make up for the extra calories that I added.
So let's say I went over my macros by 300 calories, which is extremely easy to do, by the way. I'll just have to make up for it by doing 300 calories worth of exercise, which on a good estimate would be about 30 minutes on a treadmill or 30 minutes on a elliptical or Stairmaster. So I want to take a moment to talk about a quick case study, an advocate of if it fits your macros, and his name is Kane, and he goes by Timberwolf on Instagram. If you check out his Instagram, he's super shredded, but you'll see all his ramen, his cheese, ice cream, and you'll notice that he has them on a scale. So basically what he does is he does the flexible dieting, and you can see he eats what he wants and he's still super shredded.
Don't neglect micronutrients. A lot of people I know focus so much on macronutrients and neglect micronutrients that they get sick in the long run because they are lacking the vitamins and minerals. If you're getting results, don't change your macros. The only time you should even consider it is when you're hitting a plateau.
The last important message is to have self-control. So if your macros only allow you to have half a bag of chips, just make sure you stop there and don't finish the entire bag. Hopefully this video was helpful to you guys. If you guys have any more questions, please let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you guys next week.